Drewcilla, yes.
Well,
We were just talking about being intimidated by the presence of stars.
Yes.
I'm not intimidated at all.
Drewcilla got intimidated by stars.
Some of our guests, some of you Peewer, longtime Peewers have noticed, have been a little quiet when they sat with us.
Yeah, some people get that way on camera. Drewcilla isn't a person that I would have thought would get on camera.
Right, so we're not intimating that we're stars or anything, and they'll be intimidated.
Oh no, I think they're intimidated by the camera.
Yes, they were intimidated by the camera, or they were just high.
No, I don't, were they?
What about the all and the
Our friends might have been high.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's very interesting because I spent a good 20 years of my life working in the production business, doing lighting and sound work and all that kind of fun stuff. And I've been around a lot of famous people, and for the most part, famous people don't usually, they put their pants on the same way the rest of us do. And I don't think about it.
I don't
if they were pants.
Well, you know what I mean. But I don't get intimidated because you're having to work with them on a one-on-one basis. It's like you're a bank teller working at a bank. You're not going to get intimidated.
Yeah. I think the first moment, when you realize somebody is famous, might come as a.
Well, yeah. When I first started out, there might have been some of that. But the thing I noticed was that the people who I was really interested in meeting, and that I was a fan boy, girl of, or whatever, usually ended up being people I wish I hadn't met.
Oh, really?
And the people who I never thought would really be that cool ended up being the nicest people in the world. Well, and I just find that just really a bizarre thing that always seems to pan out.
Can you give any examples?
I can give a great example. The band Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
You're familiar with the band Slayer, right? Like Slayer, don't worry about that.
So are they cool or are they assholes?
No, actually, I did a tour with them many years ago, and after a show one night, they came out down to the stage after the show was over and thanked everybody for such a great thank the local crew. And bands don't usually do that. Like you don't usually get direct interaction with the local $9 an hour lackeys that are running around. But it was great to see the stars actually appreciating the people that keep them where they're at.
That always surprises me when people appreciate celebrities who appreciate their fans. Because it should come as a natural thing that they should appreciate their fans, and if they don't, then they're really out of touch with the world and themselves, and so I think you're almost giving them a pass if we're thanking them for thanking, it's like they should be doing that, but they don't always.
They don't. I really do think that when you go out of your way to appreciate people that help you. It's just a polite thing to do, obviously, but it really shows back, especially when you're someone of a higher stature.
There's a thin line though. St. James and I would have this conversation. We have it to this day on end about where the line is between becoming too appreciative and too approachable, where you become no longer a celebrity, and people don't view you as a celebrity because you're too appreciative,
I can see that.
So you have to stop at a certain point and until otherwise you become.
But and there's a difference between thanking the local crew and going out and actually loading the truck up yourself.
Yeah.
And tell them to go.
Yeah,
Go home. We'll
but
pay
that
you.
could
Just
also
go
be
home.
great fun about.
This is true. This is true.
But
I can see where I can see where you're.
That's why some celebrities just draw a line at thanking Jesus and no one else.
It's like the doorman of the club. When I used to go to area, I was always worried. Oh my God, am I going to get in? Am I going to get in? Then when I got in, it was really exciting that I got in. And then when I started working there, and I got to know the doorman, and we were friends, and everything. There was no longer that gut feeling. Right. And so I would go, and it wouldn't be so exciting because I knew I could get in. That's why whenever I would hire a doorman, like a limelight lady or whatever, I would tell them don't get too chummy with the guests, and sometimes don't let them in because you want to keep them on their toes and keep them enjoying the club. Otherwise, they become too familiar and they won't like it.
Although I think the whole time I went to area, I was always excited to be there.
Yeah, well, it was different.
But I didn't work there, so that's like a level of familiarity.
I think if you would have worked there, it would have.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have liked it probably
after a while because it loses its magic.
It does, but
that's why I would never allow them to turn the lights on at the club. There's that rule that at 5 o'clock when the club goes, that a lot of clubs will just turn lights on and everybody will leave. and I would never allow that because there's this magic that you have to keep going. And so the manager, Peter would make the manager check every room in the club to be sure the club's empty before they would turn the lights on. Because I wanted them to leave with the club dark, so they have the memory. You don't want the memory. The last thing they remember being these bright lights coming on, like light bulbs and
garbage all over the
and
like
wiring and everything. It's like seeing behind the curtain. So
that's actually a great idea.
The manager hated me and the security guard hated me because they would have to find me to give them the go-ahead for the 15-minute warning, and then I would go back, make sure everybody's gone, like all my friends, clean the area, go home now, and then turn the lights on.
Well, I'll give you a great example though. Do you remember when we recorded at Webster Hall a few months back?
Yeah.
I think that was the first time I was actually on camera with both of you. And I remember very specifically because I've known both of you, my God, a couple of years now each. And I sat down on the couch and it clicked with me. Jason was recording us. It was like, wow, I'm sitting here. I mean, you two are legendary in the club world. I mean, whether you want to admit it or not, you are, and that's why people are sitting here subscribing to the show. Obviously, not for me, but for these guys. And for a brief moment, I can even see it in the video. I see it run through my eyes for a second. Like, holy shit! Like, wow, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here someplace.
We've made it.
I'm someplace I never thought I would ever be. Someplace I never thought I would ever be.
Sitting on a chair with cat pee on it?
Yeah, exactly. The chair that may fall backwards and go. We'll be right back.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Welcome back to the Peeew,
where we all have many significant others. And we were just talking about Marc Almond. Speaking of significant.
Were we talking about him because you were intimidated by his presence?
No, well, that's what reminded me of. Because I have not met him yet. Well,
you never met him in that area? He used to hang out there.
I've met him, but not met him to have a conversation. Anita Sarko, a woman, the DJ at Danceteria in Palladium, was very close to him. In fact, I don't know if you know this, but they almost got married.
Oh.
I mean, that's a very strange story. She
you need a green card?
She was madly in love with him.
Oh.
I mean, madly in love with him.
And didn't realize he was gay.
No, she did. I mean, Anita Sarko.
Right, she
was
was
the ultimate fag hag.
Right.
Like,
right. I'm sure she wanted to fuck every fag.
And she, it's funny because Anita would wear these giant headdresses and ball gowns and sparkly things that, and she was always mistaken for a drag queen, and she hated that, but she did it anyway, and wigs and everything. She knew that she was a lawyer in Atlanta, and she quit her job just on a whim. She quit her job and moved to New York City and became friends with Rudolph and Howie Montag and the Palladium owner, Steve Rudolph, and she became like a celebrity DJ like overnight.
Although I hated her DJ. I thought she was terrible.
She wasn't a great DJ.
She was terrible.
But she didn't need to be because she was Anita Sarko.
Yeah, she did need to be.
Well,
I hated at her parties where she DJed because I really did think she was terrible.
She was mean too. I mean, you could go. Don't dare ask for a request.
My only request is that she just stop playing music.
If you want to hear Bananarama, go to the main dance floor. Really, if you want to make sure you don't hear a song, request it from Anita because you'll never hear it. And she's like, get out of my DJ booth. But anyway, she was really in love with him, and they were going to get married. And she.
So what does that have to do with you being intimidated by Marc Almond?
Well, you asked if I met him, and that's how I met him through her.
Gotcha.
He was.
Why did he come up in our conversation about intimidation of celebrity?
Because
Oh, okay. So you're planning on meeting him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because Danny Fuentes is hosting the event, and so he gave us access.
Yeah, it's the Sex Sells tour of North America. So it's coming to New York. It's going to be in a bunch of different cities. The New York installment should be. What date is that? It's like November 1st
November
or
1st,
2nd, right?
and he's playing with the new Anthony's new band, Hercules Love Affair?
They're not new.
Is that the name of the band though?
It's not really a band. It's like I think it's like a couple of producers.
Mm.
Yes, Hercules and Love Affair will be
Hercules
DJing.
and Love Affair?
That's the name of the group, like the group.
Project.
Right.
Project,
Okay.
yeah, like I mean from the 2000s.
Okay. Well, they're performing with Mark.
I don't think they're performing.
No,
I think they're just DJing.
I don't know. The invitation has all of them on it. But
Right. It says like DJ set under their name.
I just saw their name.
So
yeah,
which is not a bad thing. I believe my friend Andy Harriman is also DJing that night with them.
So
and
is it a
she's
club
on-
event, a party thing, or it seemed more like a concert?
It's not a concert. It's a party. It's like
Oh, I like that better.
it's a party and they're.
Oh,
Marc
you know, I
Almond
like that a
performing.
lot better because I was kind of concerned about it if it was a concert. You know, I've only
It's
been to
not a
one
concert.
concert my whole life, and I'm really
That's
uncomfortable.
lame.
I'm really uncomfortable at concerts
How come?
because I don't know what to do.
Yes, right. Why would you hold it up?
You're
Yeah.
supposed to watch. You're supposed to pay attention to the
I know, but
group
I know, but
and
I-
enjoy
yes,
their music.
I know, that's exactly right.
You
and
listen
if
to
you
the
do
music.
that, you look like an idiot.
You
No,
listen
you
to
don't.
it.
Yes, you do. Because you
First thing you do is you put your hand out like this, okay? Then you put your fingers
Oh my
like that,
God.
and then you go like that at a concert, right?
You do.
That's right.
If you stand there and look at the group and you appreciate the music, you look like a white nerd from the 50s, like at a concert, like.
Well, I disagree. I recently saw Boy Harsher at, where did I see it? At the Bowery Ballroom, and everybody was dancing and having a wonderful time. I mean, yes, they were all looking at the stage going like this or whatever, but it was so fucking fun.
Okay, but so they weren't watching and appreciating; they were involving themselves.
Well, I mean, usually, almost every concert I go to, the people are moving or dancing in some way. I mean, but that's based often because of the type of music that I go see.
Yeah, I understand that. That's the difficult thing for me is that it's difficult for me to put the two things together for some reason.
But let's say, like, your indie rock scene. Well, yes, there you might only get a bunch of, like, nerdy white guys who are kind of bobbing their heads up and down
Yeah.
while watching the
And that's sort of in
shoegazing
between.
band.
That's sort of in between. And
And,
that,
but even that I don't find boring because there is
I can only
something
take that for a little
I
while.
find it very entertaining watching a band that I like perform. I mean, you know, if you like them or you consider yourself a fan of that group to the point that you would go see their concert,
You know,
then you're going to be able to stand there for an hour watching.
if I was alone, I could. But if I'm with somebody, I'm going to be constantly thinking, are they going to go today like this? Are they entertained by this today? You know, and so I would be so preoccupied with that I wouldn't be able to enjoy it.
Well, that's why you would only go with another fan.
Yes, that's a very good idea.
I mean,
That's how you go to concerts. You find a friend that's also a fan.
You know what?
that's
That's
in the group,
absolutely
and then you
true.
both go there together and you geek out over your fandom.
That's absolutely true. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, actually, if you remind me next time I come over, I'll bring my air guitar with me. Which attitude?
And on that note,
I also recently
that
saw-
music note.
I also recently saw She Passed Away, which is
Really?
like I would say one of the hottest goth bands in the world right now. They were fabulous.
You know, this,
Was that in Murder of Crows?
That was at Brooklyn Bazaar, but not for the Murder of Crows.
I went to Murder of Crows a few weeks ago. I saw Bangs on Fur. The energy from that band from California was literally like someone threw 1,000,000 volts across the stage. The crowd was incredible. And everybody was moving around, not dancing, but like shaking their fists and singing along with the music. And singing with the music. It's about rage. Their music's about rage. So.
Jackie and I were on the subway last week, and there was a group of goth girls across from us, wearing all black and crosses and white base and black hair, and he was like, "How many times do you think we can do this before they just stop?" Because every generation seems to have a little bit less enthusiasm about it. And I know what you're going to say, and I know the real eye rolling I'm going to get from you, but it does seem to all be leading up to the singularity, where we just get tired of everything and become energy.
Okay.
On that note, wow.
Tired of everything and become energy.
See you next time.
That's heavy.
Are we